Hi, so this is a review for the airbrush compressor, the AS-186 that comes with the AG-130 airbrush, 5 little pack of colors, some bristle to clean, a spawner, a small connector for the pipe, and of course the cover for the top of the airbrush. I'm just making that review because I didn't see any videos about those small compressors that are cheaper than the professional compressor that you can buy for $500–800. And I know there was a few videos about those $60 compressor, really tiny ones, with pretty much the same brush as this one, but they have no regulator. So I decided, since I bought one, so I decided to make a small and quick review about it. Basically, they sell it for about $168 Canadian. Got it from Amazon. It was on Prime, so actually the shipping was free. So pretty much the compressor itself comes with an air tank. When I paint, actually, it's gonna start pretty often. It's not such a big tank. The pressure is not that high. So maybe a 50 psi maximum, maybe a 60. So it's gonna do the job. For the spare air before starting back again, maybe I get like 15 seconds, maybe 20 seconds before it starts again when it's full and I start brushing with it. It comes with the regulator. I saw a few reviews from people on the product saying they cannot adjust it. It's because this model got a lock. So when it's locked towards the bottom, you cannot turn it. So what you have to do is pull it up, it's gonna click, then you can adjust it. And to adjust, you just need to press the air, twist to the pressure that you want, 20, 18, 15, depends on what you want to do, and just clip it in place and it's secured. So it's not gonna move. So that's not bad. The other thing, it's of course, how loud is it? So I'm gonna start it up. So that's how loud it is. It's pretty much the same decibels as clipping your finger, right? So for the pressure, it goes pretty fast. I'm gonna check it out. So we're already at 20, so I could actually start painting already. I never ran out of air when I was painting. I mean, the airbrush never started spitting because I was running out of air. So it actually pushed enough for me to keep painting and not even bother about it. So we'll just wait for it to stop. At the same time, that's over there. There we go. At the same time, I did have a tryout with those paint, so I'm going to explain that just a bit. But first, we got that small casing that comes with the bristles. It's not bad. They're not super expensive. They'll do the job, you know. They're a bit tiny, but even the tiniest one cannot clean the tip itself, like the nozzle of the gun. So I still have to be really, really careful about that. As you can see, mine is still a bit dirty. I just used it not too long ago. I'm doing some towels. Yeah, so it came with this. It's a brace to put your at least 2 airbrush in it. It's not bad, but you cannot just put your gun in it. It's gonna tip, right? So I usually just slide it there and just put it upside down. Whoops, that's not working, just to bother me. Okay, put it back. There we go. Sorry about that. So yeah, it's not bad, can be useful. And now, there we go. Stop moving. So it's pretty simple for now. So maybe I'll try to do a bit of airbrushing with it just to show you guys. So I'll just set myself up. Maybe I'll use the blue that's there, and I'll show you how it works. All right, right back. So I'll show you the first one actually. So this one was completely done. Don't mind my fingers, I was priming and I got my hand in it. So that's the first one I did. I just started painting miniature like really not long ago. This is actually my first box of miniatures, so I'm not an expert. I'm not trying to tell you guys how to do it. Just I'm trying for the first time. And that's actually, I think, my second one that I painted. And as you can see, I just used a few colors from Citadel, and you can see still a bit of stroke into that from the painting. It's decent, not too thick, but anyways. So that was completely made with a paintbrush. So the secondary one that I didn't finish yet, I did it completely with the airbrush. The paints are actually from the blue that came with the paint gun. It's pretty close to the 1000 Sun blue that Citadel sells. I try to see how well it goes, and it's actually really not bad. It shoots pretty even, it's not too thick, and what I did on top, I used the Corax white that I used for the brush on those, and I don't know if you can see actually the difference. I had to put a bit of water to make it more light. So by thinning my paint, my gray is actually a bit more light on the one that I shot with the gun. So it did a pretty good job actually. The only problem that I got when I was shooting is the tip of the gun was drying out. So even if I was shooting a bit of paint and keeping the air going to clean the nozzle, it was still drying out. So what I realized, I was actually shooting at maybe 10. I thought I'd set it at 15, but I guess not. So just a bit more pressure and she'll do the job. So what I'll do, I'll give it a shot on that one. Sorry about that, I keep hitting the brightness. So I'll give a shot to that one for the paints. And at the same time, I'm just gonna show you this. What I did here is actually just shoot heavy around, and I did a small, more light, one layer just around the base. And then after I mix a bit of white. All right, so the video cut off, sorry about that. So yeah, so I just added a bit of white in my blue. So basically the only thing I did, I got a small pot over there. I just dropped maybe 2 to 3 drops of blue with 1 drop of white. And I mixed it. And I just gathered it. And I shot it right in the middle, more towards the antenna to make that shading. So that was actually just me practicing, right? I never did any shading, that was my first time. So I feel that's pretty decent actually. As you can see, you can go pretty accurate with it. I was trying to practice to do like, I call it a 50-50 overlap. I used to paint cars, so what do we do when we paint? We try not to aim straight on the object, just a bit off, and the side of spray got it. I'm still practicing, but as you can see, we can actually do a pretty decent job. After that, I can go with a bristle and fix that up. So that's actually really not bad. I kind of like that. So now what I'll do, I'll put some paint in the paintbrush. And I completely forgot, actually, we got this that comes in the package, just to help you out to pick up some paint, some drop of paints. I'm not really using it, but yeah, it can be useful. So, all right, I'll set up for trying a bit of painting, and I'll try to paint at the same time as I hold the phone or the camera, because let's say I got the budget to buy a camera. So yeah, I'll do a bit of shot just to show you guys, and we'll see how it goes. All right, right back. So what I did, I just dropped 2 drops of paint inside my airbrush, as you can see, and I can just test it before to make sure the nozzle's working fine, and I'll try to paint and show you at the same time. So it's pretty decent. You can go pretty accurate with it, and as you can see, as I told you, after maybe of 20 to 30 seconds it's gonna start again. I never ran out of air, but still it's always gonna start just a bit after a while. So as you can see, I can go pretty light on it. Grows really well. By the time usually I go around the pants and come back just for the paint, I can actually come back in the front and it's going to be dry. So the gun itself does a decent job. It's not a professional gun. I saw so many videos. Of course, I was shopping just to make sure that everything was fine. But it's not a professional kit, but it's perfect for a newbie because I consider myself not even an amateur or somebody starting. I'm really a newbie. I never did anything with that before. So that's actually really fun. For the price, pretty decent. As you can see on Amazon, eBay, you can find smaller ones for $60 to $80. Sometimes it's just the compressor itself. It's not the others are not good, but I feel for somebody that is a bit serious for Warhammer, because I discovered that when you start Warhammer, you kind of never stop, and you need to build an army. And with a regulator and a bigger tank for the double of price of a cheaper one that you cannot adjust, you're saving a lot of headache. And of course, since the regulator got that little container at the bottom that takes the water, plus the valve right there to clean the breather after the pump itself, and you got a valve under, you got 3 ways to remove the water just to make sure between big jobs. I wouldn't say you're able to do a full army with it just in one go. Of course, it's going to overheat. But for the price, the size, all the add-ons, it's actually not bad. I can actually do the army I'm doing right now with the Tau. Instead of the Thousand Sun, I can actually use that blue and that white and use that yellow to do or that red to do some detailing with it. So that's actually pretty decent. I would really recommend that. Though, warning, I saw some people saying that they receive the compressor and either the connectors were leaking and stuff like that. Shit happens, I guess. But you can use Teflon to make sure it doesn't leak. But for me, it wasn't in bad shape when it got here. I'm pretty happy. I've been using it for the past few days. And yeah, so that's it. That's my review. It's worth buying. I think it's worth buying over those $60 one. At least now you got a decent one. But the thing is this, if you only want to try something and you don't want to invest, maybe that's a bit too much for first time if your goal is just one box, right? I'm planning on buying a few other boxes, so that is more efficient for me. So I hope that's going to help you guys if you're shopping around and you see those. And be careful, there is a few of them for sale and they don't have that tank at the bottom and they're nearly the same price, maybe at $20 off. So for an extra $20, I would suggest the tank. So anyway, I hope that kind of helped you out, you guys. It's not a perfect review. I'm not a YouTuber, but I'm just doing stuff for fun. So that's what it is. All right, peace out.